Hello and welcome back to another great week here at Morton Community School District 709. Ryan Lindley, Eric Myers, and kind of a big week. Winter sports are really starting to ramp up here at MHS and the junior high for that matter. So what do we got going on? I know you were at that girls game last night on the broadcast for MPTV and the NFHS Network. How'd it go?
Yeah, girls 21-point win, 56-35, beat Metamora. Kind of a close game in the first half, 19-15 at the half, and then kind of an explosive third quarter. Lady Powder scored 23 points in the third quarter, which obviously more points in the third quarter than they had the whole first half. 4 players in double figures: Izzy Hutchinson, Anya Ruxlow, Addie Engel, and Ellie Van Menen, all in double figures. So just a really solid all-around game as they are now 2-0 in the Middle Illini.
Well, that's a very balanced approach right there. You know, maybe a little bit down Metamora team compared to previous years. But Lady Powders are off to what, 2-0 start in the conference, correct?
2-0 start in the conference, 5-3 overall. I mean, obviously challenged themselves early on with some tough games: Peoria, Notre Dame, Peoria Central, Lincoln. And I think you're going to see the payoff here as we get into, this month of December, and obviously you get in the kind of at the end of the month, that State Farm Holiday Classic. I think it'll be a payoff that they played that tough competition early.
Yeah, totally agree. We've talked about that challenge a lot, out of the gate, playing the Richwoods, playing the Lincolns, playing the Peoria Centrals. Like, you have a lot of big games right there. The other thing the Powders have struggled with, and maybe you do or do not know the answer here, so I'm going to totally set you up, but free throws, right? That's kind of one of our been a Achilles heel for our ladies Potters teams in these first 8 games. How did we do last night?
It's getting better. They were 10 out of 15 from the line last night. Still a little bit. I mean, that's about 67%. Obviously, Coach Becker's goal is to get it above 70. Yeah. So I mean, it's getting better. Yeah, we're right there. It's getting better. I think one of the things that Coach talked about was that it's not really a mechanical thing at this point. It's about that sort of psychological side of it, getting confident when you step up to the line. So we'll be interested to see how that develops. But that obviously is critically important going forward.
Very much so, as we head into some pretty good stretch games right here for that. So let's switch gears. Let's go over to boys basketball. Boys basketball played last night at Peoria High School. How'd that go?
So 5-point loss to Peoria High. First loss of the season, so the boys have been doing really well. They had big wins over Canton and big win over Rantoul as well last weekend, that Friday, Saturday. And then obviously you said Peoria High. Tough one last night. One of those things where you're close, it's competitive, and just somebody makes a few more plays than you do.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way that it goes sometimes. Not to take anything Peoria High School, a very talented basketball team right there, going to be competing throughout the year, probably some postseason accolades perhaps. We'll see when it comes to that. So we had an opportunity, or I guess you had an opportunity to sit down with some of these guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had 3 returning starters from last year's team: Wes Gudeman, Evan Barlow, Gus Rugard, and we had a chance to interview them, and you'll see that package right here. Here with senior Gus Rugard. Gus, talk to me about just how the start of the season has gone.
We are really happy with how it's gone. We think we got a lot of momentum going into our conference play, and we're just ready to keep the season going.
Talk to me a little bit, obviously, like in Middle Illini, super competitive conference. Obviously got Metamora out there, but I mean, obviously, it's not just them, but just this is Peoria area is always so good basketball-wise.
Yes, very competitive. Lots of good teams. We know what we have to do in order to compete with such good teams. We got to play together, just do our thing.
And then maybe like what's a goal or something that like you're working on this season, just kind of from a personal standpoint, you want to get better at?
I'd say making free throws, getting to the line, getting to the hoop. I mean, past couple of years I've just settled for threes, and this year I'm really just trying to make things happen and get to the paint.
With senior Evan Barlow. Evan, talk to me a little bit about just kind of as the season has begun here, what are some of the highlights so far?
Some of the highlights, I think, is the Tournament of Champions in Washington, just being able to go in there, get the job done, finish 3-0. Kind of we're the underdogs walking into that, so coming out 3-0 was a good momentum getting ready to start on kick off our regular season.
And now, you're getting to that point where you're going to get to go play at home again. Obviously, you've been on the road kind of start here. Just kind of how exciting is it as you get ready to get into the Potter Dome and maybe hopefully get a good crowd there?
It's exciting knowing we're going to get Metamora coming up at home. We're really excited to see the stands fill out and get some momentum going into that game.
And then kind of just maybe we ask Gus kind of personal goal. Let's go big picture here for you. Just kind of as as yourself, as the team, what are some of the goals you're kind of working toward?
We're definitely looking to get a regional title because it's been about over a decade since we've got one. So I think it's time for us to put our names on the wall.
Right here with junior Wes Gudeman. Wes, talk to me a little bit. We're going to go in reverse order from the other interviews. Talk to me a little bit about just kind of what are you working toward this season, goals, personal goals, team goals, etc.
So definitely a personal goal of mine is just win. That's why I started playing. That's why I have fun, just winning basketball games. And then a team goal, I mean, we just got to win in the postseason. You got to get a regional. Like Evan said, it's been way too long. And then even a sectional, just going far in the postseason is definitely the main goal, what we're working towards.
And then talk to me a little bit about, I mean, it's kind of the same question to Evan, but, the Powder Dome can be a really exciting environment when fans get in there. How much does it mean to you when you get fans, especially maybe like your fellow students, when that student section fills up?
It's awesome. I love it. And it means a lot because, we go on the road and, there'll be a lot of fans who travel, but I get it. No one wants to travel, 40, 50 minutes to Pontiac. But when it's home and I see everyone there, it just means, extra to me just to see all my friends and teachers and everyone in the town that I know. It's a community feeling, and that's what I love about it.
And then last thing, obviously, just kind of looking ahead in the schedule, what are some things you're excited about? I know we talked about the Metamora game, but maybe some other games or other moments that are exciting for you looking ahead.
I always love Metamora at Metamora, so that's a fun one. And then the chance to draw Richwoods in the Pekin Holiday is a matchup I'd love. And there's a lot of good teams. We got Champaign Central. There's a few more on there, but a lot of talent we're going to play I think we're ready for.
Awesome. Thanks, Wes.
Well, there you can see we have 3 guys who are really excited about their seasons coming up. Good things come for the Potters. Speaking of what's coming up, what have the Potters got this week?
So obviously, huge game on Friday, playing Metamora, defending state champs. It's in the Potter Dome, so you get to play it at home. You'll obviously have to go to Metamora later in the year. But, and you saw in the interview, Wes mentioned the excitement of getting everybody into the Potter Dome, right? He talked about playing on the road. You understand sometimes you don't get as many fans, but the energy, the enthusiasm, when you get the student section there, when you get community members there. And I think that's one of the things that excites me about Friday is I expect a really big crowd.
Yeah, that should be a very good game. So obviously coming out to the Potter Dome, 7 p.m. Friday night. If you can't make it, NFHS Network, MPTV. There will be some amazing voices on that call.
Not me. It'll be,
Coach Lindley.
Yeah, I will not be there for that one, but Troy Dowell and Alex Staub will be there. And
Great dudes.
Yeah, great dudes. We appreciate everything that they do with MPTV, everybody behind the scenes at MPTV as well. And so I know Troy and Alex will do a great job for you if you can't make it there. But if you can, get there early, because I expect we may see a Powder Dome sellout.
It could be pretty big right there. So it's obviously one of the best teams in the state of Illinois right now. So Metamora, Potters, Metamora, 2 teams who are both challenged early and coming in. So that should be a really good basketball game. And moving on. So wrestling was at the McLaughlin Invite up in Chicago over the weekend. I think we walked away with some different winners at different brackets. I know Stephen Marvin won, as well as Karen Controlla. Really good job right there on the ladies' side.
Yeah, and both of them obviously had a lot of success last year. I know Karen's goal this year is to advance even farther in state competition than last year, and obviously off to a really good start.
Yeah. So switch gears a little bit. Junior high boys basketball won both their games last week by about 10, 15 points apiece. So great job right there. And they're going to play Dunlap later this week on Thursday. So that should be a really good matchup right there. Get some really talented teams there. Morton and Dunlap going at each other, not just in baseball and basketball, but every single sport. Kind of our pseudo rivals at the junior high level.
Yeah, it seems like at the junior high level, it's always Dunlap, right? In the sectional, when you get for baseball, basketball. I think you're kind of you're starting to see, Dunlap obviously is a very solid high school program as well, and you're seeing that rivalry start to develop early on now.
Correct, and they got 2 middle schools down at Valley Delta Middle, so it should be a good battles as we get right there. We look forward to those battles when we get to high school. So we're going to try to keep bringing you maybe some new things coming to the junior high, so we're working on that right now, which is pretty awesome. What else we got going on, Coach?
I want to say congratulations to MHS student Maggie Getz, who finished in 4th place in Special Olympics bowling, so congratulations to her.
Yeah, our bowling teams, men's and women's, have been started competing as well, so be looking for some upcoming, let's say, talks with them as well. Hopefully we're going to get out to Potters Alley. We wanted to do that last year. Didn't quite make it, but they've already started their season there, bringing home some sportsmanship awards. So congrats to our MHS Potters bowling team.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we hope to get out there, but bowling, basketball, wrestling, we're starting to really get those winter sports. So it's kind of exciting right now.
Oh, speaking of winter sports, our competition cheerleading team competed over the weekend Saturday at Pontiac for their opening competition of the season, walking away with the first place trophy. So congrats to our competition cheerleading team on that.
Absolutely. And again, hopefully we get a chance maybe to talk to Coach Gordon or some of the girls there as well.
Yeah, it might be a good opportunity to bring in some girls. Yeah. I don't think we talked to any cheerleaders in our whole entire history of doing this.
It's actually a good point.
Dance, but no cheer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe
we have to figure this one out. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Coach?
No, just a reminder again, Metamora in the Potter Dome, boys basketball on Friday. Defending state champ, #1 ranked team in the area. So get there early if you plan to be there. If not, watch Troy and Alex on the NFHS Network and MPTV, and hopefully we're going to see a Potters upset win.
Yeah, obviously. So we'd love to see you there. In the meantime, if you like our show, if you like anything about MPTV, Morton Potters, if you want to learn more about the district, please like, share, subscribe to this Morton Potter TV YouTube channel. Everything actually does help, whether you believe that or not. But the more people who can hear about us, the better. Some people don't know we exist in general. Morton Potters and this wonderful place that we have. So for Ryan Lindley, I'm Eric Myers. Until next week, thank you.